Hey friends, this is our next video and our suggestion for holiday shopping ideas. And I wanted to talk about things that you could use in like circle, ritual work, whether it be Wicca, Western ceremonial magic, fairy work, honestly, you can personalize your own path. But I wanted to kind of go over a few of the tools and things that we have that you could either, of course, again, buy for yourself or you can get as a gift for another person. Some of these are going to be very good for folks that are starting on their path, and some of these items would be good if somebody wants to kind of upgrade their tools or what they're working with. So I included Florida water in this. Florida water is really good to use as a floor wash. You can use it in a bath. You can use it to anoint candles. It's good for bringing in prosperity. It's also good for things like protection. It's kind of like an all-around type of thing. But we sell tons of the Florida water. This is kind of a new thing that we've had, that we've gotten just this last year, and it's a candle ring. And it says room for 4 tapers or 4 household candles. So it's all the ones that I believe are 3/4 of an inch in diameter. And it works really well if you want to use it for something to hold your quarter candles. Especially works well if you're working with a small space, because the candle ring, I believe, is only about 6 inches in diameter, so it leaves you a lot of room on your altar space. Now, the little cups that hold your candles down here are bendable, so if you have something slightly smaller, you could always like squeeze it to help it to fit a little bit better. You don't want to do it off and on and change it a lot because that will wear out over time. But we do have these great candle rings. They're $13.99. We also have taper candles and household candles, which are more like a 6-inch candle, and again 3/4 in diameter, 3/4 of an inch, and any of those would fit in your candle ring. We do have a variety of candle snuffers. The whole idea with a candle snuffer is to smother the flame. Whenever you're doing magical work, you do not want to blow out your candle because it crosses your intention, and it also tries to like put you above spirit, and it just kind of like all the work you've put in there, you've just wiped it all out. So you always want to remember, whenever you're doing magic, you don't want to blow your candle out, you want to snuff your candle out. And if you get a candle snuffer that has a hinge on it like this, it would also help you get down, like if you have a jar candle, you'll be able to reach down in there and get it. Some of them are just bent and static, but I personally like the ones that swivel like this. You can get to your candles a lot easier. Another thing that's really good for folks that do ritual or magic work is the idea of the cauldron. Now, the cauldron has been used symbolically as like the idea of where everything goes in and is kind of reborn and comes back out. If you look at some of the myths of and the stories from Cauldron, you'll find a lot of like the cauldron stories from her. We have these in a variety of sizes. They're also really good in case you have to burn like a small candle in something outside, or if you want to be really careful, then you have something that's heat proof, so it's not going to catch anything on fire. The tiny little cauldrons like this are great for a votive size candle. They fit in there just fine. And like even these little guys with the lid are $18.95. So for less than 20 bucks, you can get a totally functioning small cauldron, nice travel size if you don't want to pack a lot. This is more of our mid-size cauldron. This one is $30.99. And then we do have one we call Big Mama, and Big Mama is more like this tall, and she's more like that big around. And I think she's 75. But again, cauldrons are very, very useful in your magical work. Now, another thing I'd like to talk about is the Athame. You'll see it spelled in a lot of places as Athame, and I am not here to judge how you pronounce it. I was taught Athame, that's just what I use. You guys use whatever you need to. So, the ones that we do carry, like this guy, these are all stainless steel. This is, so you can definitely like put more of an edge on this if you'd like. And they go from very simple to decorative. This one has like a winged lady on it, so this would be good for anything that's kind of like goddess inspired. There's some that are quite a bit more functional, and the sheath is just snapped around it. It also has like a belt hook, but this also is stainless steel. This one's only $20. The bigger one is $46.95. And then if you want to come at it from more of a traditional point of view, especially if you go through the Cunningham material, Cunningham will tell you that you need to have a white bone-handled knife. or Athame, either one. So this is actually made of bone. I believe it's camel, and they're like $19. They're very reasonable. But so we carry them in this, and we also carry one that's black that's made out of horn. So they are animal products. So for those of you that don't want to use things like that, just know that going in. Let me slide these out of the way. Another thing that's really important is a bell. And we have a variety of sizes here. We always encourage you, if you decide to pick out a bell while you're here, you really want to kind of play with a few of them, because they do, even if they look identical, they will sound different. I guarantee it. So this is like a travel size bell. That one's $8. This is more of a mid-size, deeper tone. This is $10. And this one is $18.95. It's the horned crescent. Just kind of a nice larger tone. Now people use bells for space clearing and when they call quarters. So you can use this for if you're calling in like element of air, because sound carries like air does. So you could definitely do that. You could use it to call in spirit. You can use it to, again, clear the space, because sound and vibrations of sound will break up stagnant energy. We also have some nice little pentagrams that you could use as like that placeholder in your altar. So this one's only $12. Very, very nice, very small, very travel friendly. We do have some larger ones that are like this big. They're like $30. And then if you want to get into like the really fun intentional stuff, I'm going to spend just a minute here. We also have wax sealing kits. So whenever you're using something like the wax sealing kit or the pen or the dip pen, like as an example, this one is the Tarot Seal Travel Edition. So it has the little head of the magician there with the infinity sign. So that's what those look like. So the idea of using something besides a standard pen or pencil when you're doing ritual work is the idea that it helps your brain make that switch between the mundane world, and this is my sacred spiritual time. This is a more decorative one that they call this the steampunk because of the design on the quill pen there. But you can actually even charge your oils that you use before you write with them, so that adds more intention to what you're doing. This is like a large one with several size nibs to go in your pen. Also comes with the sealing, the wax, the stamp, and also the ink. So, and again, it's to, if you're writing intention and if you're doing ritual and magic work that's really important to you, you really want to help your subconscious brain switch over as easy as possible. And that's what some of these extra things can help you do. So that's just kind of a like short little walk down the ritual tools aisle here at the shop. And again, if you need anything, you can always call us, 314-842-0047. If you need help finding a gift for someone or need a suggestion, just call us and ask us. Tell us about your person and we'll help you find something that will match up just to what they need. So again, thanks for watching and stay tuned for yet another video in our holiday gift series. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.